Gates of Fire by Stephen Pressfield is a classic work of historical fiction. It's about the Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BC, the battle where 300 Spartans and a small number of their allies held off the entire Persian army. Had they lost that battle, Western civilization might have had a very different course in history. There's a wonderful scene in this book that captures what we're talking about today, which is service, the underpinning of servant leadership. And in the scene, these two Spartan generals are arguing about how to build a wall to hold back the Persians. And Leonidas, the king of the Spartans, listens for a minute. Then he walks over and he picks up a rock. He hauls it over and he sets it down. He walks back over. He picks up another rock, walks it back over, sets it down. He starts building the wall. And of course, everybody gets the hint right away, and the wall is built quickly. And here's what Pressfield says about King Leonidas, about every king, about every leader, about what servant leadership is really all about. He says, "A king does not abide within his tent while his men bleed and die upon the field. A king does not dine while his men go hungry, nor sleep when they stand at watch upon the wall. A king does not command his men's loyalty through fear, nor purchase it with gold. He earns their love by the sweat of his own back and the pains he endures for their sake. That which comprises the harshest burden, a king lifts first and sets down last. A king does not require service of those he leads, but provides it to them. He serves them, not they him." Pretty impressive description, isn't it, of what servant leadership is all about, and probably the kind of leader you would wish to follow. Probably, I'm hoping, the kind of parent that you would wish to be. I'm Joe Ty, CEO of Values Coach, and your coach for this course on the 12 Core Action Values. And today we begin Core Action Value number 11, service. And it's like everything else we've covered builds up to this. You work on Core Action Values 1 through 10, authenticity through enthusiasm. And if you do that, you've developed the strength of character. You've developed the ability to get things done in the world so that you can be of service to the world. And the cornerstones that we'll cover in these 5 modules after today. First cornerstone of service, obviously, helpfulness. Going out of your way to be helpful. Charity. We're going to talk about what I call extravagant generosity and a reversal of that whole thinking about the abundance mindset. Compassion. Sometimes the greatest service you can give another human being is simply seeing that person for who he or she is and looking past superficialities like the job description, the costume they happen to wear to work, what they look like, what they sound like, what they act like. And finally, renewal. You cannot pour out of an empty pitcher. It's the old conundrum in healthcare. Who cares for the caregiver? And if you don't take time to fill your own pitcher, pretty soon you go dry and you can't help other people. So you have to be willing to serve yourself, invest in yourself, ask for help when you need it. So let's wrap up today with this comment. What can you do today to help somebody else? What can you do that there's nothing in it for you? I guarantee you this. If you get into that mindset, how can I help, without any thought of what personal payback there is, the payback will be phenomenal. Tomorrow we'll launch into helpfulness. For today, be helpful. See you tomorrow.